the U.S. Open and comes out on top. You know?
I'll have to find. I'll have to apologize to all our Canadian viewers. I'll have to apologize what the Canadian version of Fargo is, what city it's in. I don't know if it has a name like Fargo, but Justina is the two-time Canadian Junior Nationals champion. So the Fargo of Canada, sure, is a pretty prestigious tournament in its own right in that country. And Justina is the two-time reigning Junior National Canadian champion. Two very young wrestlers, 22 and 20. 22 for Roberts, 20 for DiStasio. So two more that you're probably just getting started here, getting their feet wet in their international careers. Justina was WCWA national champion too. The Canadian collegiate ranks is what, Gelf and Simon Fraser, some of the top programs up there. They have great women's wrestling up in collegiate level. Of course, we got the Cumberlands and Oklahoma City. And there's a few more I don't want to forget. Menlo is another good one. Think of California. Minute in, and now where you get starting, Richard, to get to that spot where someone's got to start picking up the action, because you get to that minute 10, minute 5 mark.
There we have it right there.
Yep, already a caution on Lepage, or rather DiStasio.
So they'll give it to him. Excuse me, they'll give passivity to DiStasio.
So DiStasio's been warned. She has 30 seconds to score. Or first points coming up for Roberts and the USA. I like Brittney going old school with that throwback single. We've seen all the other wrestlers with those new, the funky ones, which are cool in their own right. But Brittney says, you know what, I just need myself a navy blue singlet with USA and my name on the back, and I'll go out and take care of business. See, we would have been lucky to get a singlet looking like that. Yes, here's Roberts! Down the crotch throw for 2. Well, that's tough luck if you're DiStasio. You're on the shot because you have to score in that 30 seconds. And
so one other thing that just came up. Roberts scored even though it was passivity against DiStasio. DiStasio didn't score in the 30 seconds. Is that a point, or is that not a point?
Great question. Or does it, because it came in the 30 seconds, or does it at 30 seconds elapsed, then she would be hit for 1, then the 2 point for the crotch throw, or I guess are they saying she scored in that 30-second period? Maybe it's just the 2 points. But as like I said, as Zeke Jones and everyone said this morning, it's going to be a learning process. We're not going to run out and crown Olympic champs tomorrow, but they'll get it. But that, put you on the payroll or retainer, Richard, to vet this process. I'm old enough to remember the days when it was nylon singlets that you wore. You didn't have Lycra back in my day.
I heard you liked the tights with the shorts.
Yeah.
Look.
Like the 1932 Olympic team, they got like the John Stockton type basketball shorts. You wear the little tank top. That's that's what I wrestled in. So first period goes to Roberts. Yep. Well, our feature bout's just around the corner, Richard. As soon as we're done here, strap your seatbelts. Get a cold beverage, a bowl of snacks, and settle in front of your computer. How about Opon Sot versus Coleman Scott? Haslim Garcia versus Jordan Oliver, and then a battle of the 2 top wrestlers on the planet in their weight class, Saba Kuzbetsi from Russia and Jordan Burroughs, puts that 53-match winning streak on the line. Doesn't get much better than that to end us out here in United for Wrestling here today in LA. A lot of hardware going to be on display these next 3 matches.
4 down 2-0. I have a very special guest standing next to me. Matt Side, she's a world champ.
Oh, and Roberts looking for the fall here. She just stepped right over.
The women are working so hard. I know you wanted to be here today, but you're injured as well. You got injured and still won a title.
I did. I
Brittney Roberts very nearly ended it there.
The year prior, and
I tell you what, with DiStasio, she's just going to be happy she's got more match to wrestle. I don't know how in the world she got out of that. As it is, it's a 3-point move, 5-0 lead now for Roberts.
It really does. It's so awesome to see so many people out here supporting wrestling, and really what I want to be. I want to be a role model for these younger girls, and people like Brittney Roberts and people like Marissa Chun. They're going to be those top girls that those girls will look up to, and really it's aspire to be them.
I think you're a role model for the young girls and the young boys as well.
Boy, how about Opon Scott, or Opon Sott and Coleman Scott? You talk about the new rules. If there was ever two wrestlers that it was invented for, with action and guys who just love to let it loose. How fun is that match going to be? Sott scored 10 points in about, what, 45 seconds in his first match against his Canadian opponent this morning, or this afternoon, our first bout.
Yeah, had that 10-0 tech. You know, Coleman wrestled Sana, I do believe, in New York. Won impressively there.
$5-0. Brittney Roberts in control of this one. She got a 2-point move in that first period. And the big step through there. Kind of like a half body lock, half inside trip. There's a nice shot.
She's only down by 3 now. Two quick turns here.
A long way to go, 1:30. This one's not over by any stretch. Roberts got to be a little careful, though. I think she might have been putting a little bit on cruise control, getting up 5. And DiStasio says, hey, remember, a takedown's worth 2.
Well, I
couple
think
more
that
takedowns.
Might give her a little jolt. DiStasio in on the double yet again.
And DiStasio. Well, here's how Roberts scored that first point. The crotch throw.
Well, one other thing to remember is that the women don't wrestle collegiate; they wrestle freestyle, so they're
great point.
Set on that old rule system that we had, so they haven't wrestled 3-minute periods yet. You know, where the men in college, you do. You wrestle that first period, it's 3 minutes. You know, and you wrestle a 7-minute match.
I'm telling you, I'm working on my folk style world championships, Richard. We'll dominate. Just add that style in the fall, and we got it in the bag. 38 seconds. DiStasio's real close there to making this a 1-point match. And this, my math is correct, would be 2-2 as far as, so this would kind of be the rubber match here of women.
2-2.
Yep. So some unfinished business between Team USA and Team Canada is usually the case. Two very evenly matched countries on the women's circuit. That should do it. Roberts tacks one on.
She'll close it out, 7-2 final score. Nice win for Brittney Roberts.
And that'll do it. Brittney Roberts, impressive 7-2 win here over DiStasio from Canada.